So we took a look at Back Market and came away pretty impressed. Their pitch is to deliver premium refurbished tech at reasonable prices. And while not everything was perfect in that video, largely it was pretty solid. And in fact, more recently, they've teamed up with Sony. So if you want to trade in your PS4, they will actually give you an additional bonus if you do it via Sony and Back Market. So let's see, has Back Market expanded too fast, or is this still one of the best spots to get refurbished tech on the internet? Macintoshes, I hear that these are popular among the kids. Whoa, brother. Wow, it's a 2019 Retina 16-inch MacBook Pro for $565 in excellent condition. In fact, if I want a fair condition one, I can save an extra $100. So let's give that a try. That actually feels reasonable. The DS Lite for $92 actually doesn't seem bad.
Wow, I didn't know they sold retro consoles.
How dare... Oh, I was about to say, let me get a 3DS. $228? I kind of want to get a DS or 3DS in our lives because I don't think we actually have like a regular one right now. We got a nice little variety. Let's get a little Windows action. This all sucks. Every one of these are really, really bad. What's the cheapest iPhone we can get on Back Market? What if we get an iPhone XS? This is the oldest iPhone that is currently supported. 160 for good, or 171 for excellent. Wait, Joanna, you bought a Back Market phone, right?
Yeah, I got an excellent condition one, and it came a little bit scratched up, but they gave me like $40 back when I talked to customer service.
Okay.
So on that end of things, it was pretty good.
What? Dude, they've got scam gaming computers. Oh. Essentially what this is someone takes apart like an old Dell or whatever, scraps components that are worth literally nothing, and they throw it into a shiny looking chassis and call it a day. What kind of GPU? It doesn't even say. See this, okay, no, this is not okay. I'm gonna buy this so you don't have to. Oh, that's lovely. So I can do a little quiz and it'll tell me a gift. I wanna get a gift for Ken. He's been a good boy this year. He deserves nothing but the best. Is his idea of a workout climbing, spin class, shopping, yoga, or a nap? Oh, definitely a nap, that's no question. Animal alter ego is Ratatouille, well, clearly. They're telling me to buy Ken a pair of Beats. So with a wide accoutrement of different items from Back Market, we're gonna get a little deep today because some of the stuff looks all right and some of it looks atrocious. Okay, so I maybe ordered slightly too many things, but I got a good feeling, man. Like, Back Market have low-key become the gold standard of refurbished tech. Ken, I know that there's one that I got specifically for you.
Oh?
And I don't know which one it is, so we might be here for a little while.
Is it an iPod?
Never mind, Ken, you can lead the shoot. You don't need to go.
I would help you, but this is funnier.
So funny. First up, we have a Back Market certified product. Most of the devices come from like third-party sellers, but this actually is shipped directly from Back Market, which is why it's in this nifty little box. Oh, I actually got the right one. It's an iPod Touch 4th generation.
Wow! Holy shit!
For everyone who thinks we fake our videos, that's the level of fake you get on this channel, so. It is in good condition, and ignore the fact that the back is scratched. This is back when they used stainless steel and you so much as pulled it out of the packaging, it would look like this. I know we've talked about these in the past, but can I have a little bit of a special attachment to the iPod Touch? I can say pretty confidently that this channel would not exist if I did not have my 2nd gen iPod Touch.
I don't think we would have met without an iPod Touch at
There you
all.
go. You can evaluate it. First of all, it is still insanely thin. And this ran full iOS. So iPod Touches haven't been made for quite a while, but essentially this was an iPhone just without the actual phone part. The good old 30 pin, said no one ever.
Oh my gosh. For how much?
It's a great question. How much was this, Alex?
This was $79.
Actually, okay.
Not bad. iPod, oh my God, that's so cool.
Oh, that's,
noise,
I have
the
not
noise is
heard that
delightful.
sound in years.
Dude, this is iOS 6?
Oh, whoa.
iOS 5? I don't even know. The keyboard is so tiny. It is so baby. Notes is actual notepad.
iOS UI was so good back then. We have strayed so far.
It actually feels relatively snappy. I mean, it's a little, I mean, you see it's chugging a little bit here. Unfortunately, I can't disconnect it because the battery's literally like 1%.
Charges at like 1 watt.
You're not wrong. No. Oh yeah, boy, that's a Nintendo DSi action right there.
Hello and welcome, my friends, to the beautiful year of 2010. Nothing bad has happened yet. We're all living in utopia. The streets are overflowing with beautiful Apple products.
This is delightful. In Back Market, I will say, so far, it's looking pretty solid. Let's see what this nicely padded box has got for us. I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling like we're not gonna get scammed today. Hey, Ken.
Yes.
I got something else for you since you're here. What are your thoughts on Dr. Dre?
He has a degree, right? Is he related to Dr. Pepper?
I'm gonna punch you in the face. All right, so this is the original packaging. These are also not too old, because if you look on the bottom, they're listed as 2023 copyright date.
Oh, wow.
Actually, 2024, actually. Yeah, May of 2024, Beats Studio Pro. I'll say I have not looked at Beats over-ear headphones in a little while. Oh, this looks very promising.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Are you gonna give Ken any context for why this is for him?
This is for me?
On Back Market, they have a little feature that will basically give you gift ideas, but you have to take a whole quiz.
They feel a lot like the old studios, but they're actually like light. They feel lighter.
They took the weights out.
I actually think they took the weights out, yeah. Look at that, an Apple product with a 3.5 millimeter jack. That's an incredible statistic, my friend. Here's the thing, these feel very new to me. Like very
Oh,
very
no, they
aggressively
feel
new.
new. It's just the build quality still ain't there, but.
Don't you like a gift that's mostly new?
Well,
There's no feces on this one.
Very bassy, just as Beats have always been. I do like this kind of warm sound, honestly, especially for a lot of pop music. If I could EQ these to have slightly less bass, I think they would be perfect.
I bet you can download a Beats app.
No, there isn't.
Oh, interesting. So then just go adjust in your settings then.
Oh, it has Find My.
Oh, also, it has a warranty. Oh, I don't like that noise canceling. I feel it like I'm getting that thing where like my right ear feels like it needs to pop.
What's up?
They don't pause when you take them off.
Oh, sad.
Good.
Yeah,
Not great. What was the quality of these? I'm assuming it was excellent, right?
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, I mean, Back Market sold us a pair of headphones which are essentially like new. So big thumbs up on that front. How much do we pay for these excellent Beats Studio Pros, and how much are they new?
Or let me pause you there.
Uh-oh, what?
How much would you pay for them?
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Just flip it around.
I'm gonna assume that these are probably like, I would say close to like $150.
Full MSRP
Yep.
is $350.
Oh my God! That's
but
highway robbery, dude.
but they are essentially like perpetual sale price now of $250. So that's
Okay.
pretty much. We paid $155.
Oh,
Yes.
let's go.
So that's pretty good.
That's a great, solid deal. Like, honestly, I don't think you can have any complaints about this. Now, I believe I know what's in this next box. It's a little wiggly in there, but this should be our MacBook Pro. As soon as Apple Silicon came out in 2020, it really wrecked the resale value of older Intel Macs, because for a long time, you could buy a Mac and confidently sell it 5, 6, 7 years down the line for like half of what you bought it for. But as soon as Apple Silicon came out, a lot of older Intel Macs have plummeted in value. Oh boy, okay, well, it's padded well enough. I'm not 100% sure that this is an authentic power adapter, but it should do the job. And we have ourselves the Big Daddy 16-inch MacBook Pro. Okay, we got some scratches on it. Ooh. Oh, and there's a big old gash right there. Well, actually, it's a little gash. What was the condition of this MacBook supposed to be from Back Market?
This is in fair condition.
Fair. None of this is egregious. The feet are still original. If a computer comes in and it has a couple of like scratches, that's fine. What drives me crazy is when you buy something refurbished and it's literally just filthy. It's like you couldn't take 3 minutes to like clean this thing up. The display, it's on and it's off. What, this was a 2018 or 2019? What?
2019.
2019, so this would have been essentially the final of the Intel MacBook line. Back in 2016, that was when the Touch Bar MacBook came out. It was a bit controversial because, first of all, it dropped all of the ports. It really just had 4 Thunderbolt ports and that was it, plus the headphone jack. They ran really, really hot. They were flawed devices. Over the years, Apple did continuously update them. So not only did they update the butterfly keyboard several times to the point where they swapped from the 15 to the 16-inch MacBook. So they redesigned the chassis slightly, so it's got a slightly larger display in the same form factor and an actual regular keyboard as opposed to the butterfly keyboard, which people did not like. The 2018 model is actually a pretty good option because it was a little bit thicker, it had better thermals, but importantly, the screen seems to be fine. I don't see any dead pixels or any like real scratches. Like a lot of MacBook keyboards, if you look at it, you see like kind of like some weathering on the actual keys. So we got ourselves the 6-core i7. We also have 16 gigabytes of RAM. And for graphics, we have the Radeon Pro 5300M. So this would have been, I think, the base model 16-inch MacBook Pro, which I think was a $2,000 system in 2019.
Yeah, it would have been $2,400 new.
My big question is though battery. 553 cycles. That's enough cycles that you're probably, I don't know the actual percentage off the top of my head. I would guess though you're somewhere in that sort of like 80% range. That might be what pushed this from good to fair. That being said though, this is still a very, very solid system. And importantly, it will still pull the most recent version of macOS, which is Sequoia. While this was a whopping $2,400 a mere 5 years ago when it was new, I think we paid a little less than that.
So we paid $455.
This is so much laptop for less than $500. Man, this actually might be the item of the video. Back market is coming out big today. We've not had anything at all that is bad yet. Oh boy, I feel like I'm foreshadowing right now. What comes up must also come down, my friends, in our search for items on back market. If you want to look for PCs, the selection is a lot more limited. And specifically when it comes to gaming PCs, I bought this as a warning. There is a 0% chance that what is in this box is going to be worth it, and it could be even worse than I'm afraid. Alex, could you be so kind as to refresh me on the way they advertise this?
This is the Periphio green gaming computer. It has an i5 3470.
Which is from 2011, 12?
It has a 256 SSD with a 1 terabyte hard drive and 16 gigs of RAM.
It's the Draco XD from Game Max.
Keen observers may have noticed I forgot to list a spec.
Yeah, there's one missing here. There are a lot of companies who sell cheap gaming PCs all over the internet. Back market's certainly not alone here. Amazon is just riddled. They're infested with these terrible gaming PCs. But basically take a modern looking case with a couple of RGB fans and load it with specs that are 10 years old and make a huge profit. Anyone who buys a system like this, you are literally scamming yourself. It's got cereal on the back. Oh no, it's totally from Dell. They've got the glass panel. You got 3 fans, which I'm sure are gonna look super snazzy when you fire them up. This looks very much like a Dell motherboard. Now I say that not because Dell makes bad stuff, but because this is a motherboard that came out of a system that probably was worth like 20 bucks. And if you look down here to your graphics card, you'll notice USB ports, because this doesn't come with a graphics card. It's a gaming PC without a graphics card. That's like saying I have a race car that I have to pedal power. Now to be fair, they did not advertise this as having a graphics card, but I think it is borderline immoral to sell a gaming computer without a graphics card, especially because this is a Core i5 3rd gen. It has graphics that will play Minesweeper, end of list. Again, you put yourself in the mindset of a kid who doesn't know any better. You open this thing up, it looks badass, it looks great, tempered glass, like you're so excited. And then you pull out the padding and you reveal, well, it's really padded well, I guess I'll give them that. Ta-da! I just called it. It absolutely is just a motherboard from a Dell. Look, it says Dell on it. I told you it was gonna be from a Dell Optiplex. They threw in some RGB RAM, which is also basically free at this point. It's so cheap. They've got a USB 3.0 card just to give you a couple of extra ports, as if that would. Is Periphio actually like a real brand? I've never heard of them before.
They are technically a brand. They have their own website.
How much did I pay for my Periphio green gaming PC from Back Market?
$612.
There's no other way to say this. This is f***ed up.
No, you don't know the worst part about this.
What do you mean I don't know the worst part? How? We can't get worse than this. What are you talking about?
If you go to their own website, so not through
Hang on,
Back
I gotta sit
Market,
down. I gotta sit down for this. Hold on.
You can get a gaming PC from them for $600 that has an i5 6500 and a 3050.
So like a 4 or 5-year-old newer CPU and a graphics card that's actually good for the exact same money?
Yes, and a 1 terabyte SSD and everything. Oh my god.
You know what? I think we should actually load a copy of Fortnite and show people what I'm talking about. I feel like you look at it and you might not get it, but like, let me show you what it's actually like to try to game on this PC, and you'll understand a little bit why I'm so upset. Okay, so we have the PC up and running, and it was a pain to even get it to turn on. If you look at this motherboard, because it's a Dell board, it's got a lot of weird proprietary stuff. Like there's this little jumper here, there's a little like adapter on the bottom, and up top, there's this little adapter for the front panel connectors. You'll see that it is, in fact, a Core i5 6500, which is better than they advertised. You also have the integrated Intel graphics, which if I pull up Fortnite, you will see it runs technically. Now it is running the menu at like, I don't know, 14 FPS. Oh, look at that performance. Those are multiple frames per second. This is almost giving me a headache, good Lord. Woo, no! No! It was lag, I tell you, it was lag. This is terrible. Look, calling this a gaming PC is like calling me a good YouTuber. A bad combination. I'm feeling like we're not gonna get scammed today. Okay, I'm just gonna hope that we can go back to the good vibes, because that was a dark time that I don't want to talk about. Ugh. I wish I would have gotten a brake fluid tester instead of that PC. I think I would have been happier with a brake fluid tester.
Well, I don't know.
Nah, I would have. We all gotta recenter ourselves, get back on the path to enlightenment and to our brand new PlayStation Vita. Wait, hold on. I'll get to this in a second. What is this? Oh, it's like a USB-A to like every like Sony handheld. So it's micro USB, it's the little, isn't it the PSP connector and it's the Vita connector? Could you be so kind as to remind me what condition my Vita is in?
This is fair condition.
I mostly asked that because when we looked at a Vita from GameStop not too long ago, that was just bad. Better than GameStop, but still pretty scuffed. Ooh, oh yeah, we got some chunks missing there. I mean, to be fair, back market does not go below fair. Like this is the lowest possible condition that they will sell. And if I'm gonna compare it to the GameStop console, this is significantly better. The screen is scratched, but there's no super deep scratches. There's a lot of these that are, I'll say like I'm not super happy with. It's on the lower end of what I would consider to be acceptable when you call it fair. Certainly nowhere near as good as something like that MacBook. Oh, they're 2 for 2. This also comes with a Vita memory card. I think people just forgot that this existed. It's a 16 gig. We're rich. We finally struck gold. Also, the Vita's dead. I gotta charge it. Oh, it fired up. Even though it's quite scratched, when the screen's actually on, you don't see a lot of those scratches. It's really not that bad. Oh my gosh, it knows the time. What the? No, it's almost more humane for the Vita to not know what happens by the time 2024 rolls around. It's almost like, hey buddy, stay in 2011. This step will set up your system for trial use of the PlayStation Network. That screen is very OLED, which is lovely. Let me load a game in here, but at first glance, this does seem to be acceptable.
A good one or a bad one?
A good one, please.
Fine.
Uncharted, yay!
I was gonna give you Call of Duty otherwise.
It's funny, I will say the controls feel very like sticky. And I know that that's actually just the game. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that now that I have more tutorials, that this is a functional Vita. How much did we pay for a very functional PlayStation Vita from back market in fair condition?
We paid $135.
That's about the going rate for an original PS Vita in okay condition. This is still cheaper than the GameStop, which again, if you've seen that GameStop video, the GameStop console was absolutely worse in every way. It was more scratched, it was more scuffed. I'm not like thrilled by it. I would like it to have been slightly cheaper considering that there are a fair few scratches on it. But they do pretty accurately describe when it comes to fair that you would have like some decent scratches. And we got this neat little USB cable that charges every PS Vita PSP that was ever made. So that's nifty, I guess. So this next item should be an iPhone. And this should be an iPhone 10s. As recording this video, this is the oldest iPhone that is still supported. But this was also like $1,000 phone back then too, so I'm curious to see how well it holds up 6 years later. Definitely like some scuffs and whatnot, but it looks like a phone that probably lived its life in a case. And the display also not bad, or at least there's no scratches on it. When I went to go and add this to the cart, it asked me specifically if I wanted to add a back market case for it, and I figured why not? Because how much is the case?
The case was $18.
So, actually, that's kind of expensive. So this is a case and a tempered glass screen protector. Actually, that's worth it for 18 bucks. That looks like a case that I would have used in 2011. As you can note, I have carefully applied the screen protector. A little bubbly on the edges, but that's more of a user error kind of thing. So I don't see any obvious sort of dead pixels. It looks pretty uniform, because sometimes with these OLEDs, you can get sort of dark patches where they've been burned in, but this seems to be fine. The thing I'm a little bit more interested in is what kind of battery health we've got. What? What was the condition of this supposed to be?
The iPhone is in good condition.
So I think that this could have been, 80 or 85% and still qualify as good. They replaced the battery. That's actually a really big deal for a couple of reasons. First of all, thank you. But the other thing is, the iPhone XS was a good phone, but had pretty terrible battery life when it was new. And so that was my big concern with this device, especially now it's running iOS 17, iOS 18. Ignoring the scam PC, there's just a lot of good here. Back market, I feel like they're doing a lot of the things that I wish people would do when it comes to refurbished tech. There should be a vibrant market of used technology that has a second life, maybe without a back market case on, but has a second life to it. I would go so far as to say this actually might be close to excellent. Yes, it's got some scuffs on it, so I'm glad that they called it good. But if I got this and they called it excellent, I wouldn't be that mad, especially with the 100% battery. Yeah, look at that guy. He's a handsome one, isn't he? And this is a little sample of the video from the iPhone XS. I feel like we actually got ourselves a pretty solid phone here. And when you consider that we got it for the low price of...
We got it for $160.
That's a pretty decent price. I'll say probably skip the back market case. This thing is cheap and terrible. You can get better cases for probably way less. Especially because they replaced the battery, it gets a thumbs up for me. Oh, it's our 3DS in holy purple. What? Barney the dinosaur, get the hell out of here. This is actually purple. Wow. Oh, plug it in quick before it dies. Oh no, well, okay, I found a problem. Someone tried to use the stylus on the home button. You see there's a huge dent? I always think it's a bit of a shame that the original 3DS wasn't more successful, because in a lot of ways, this is actually my favorite of the entire 3DS line. There's actually a little bit of a gradient, so it's darker on the bottom and lighter on the top. If you look on the side, it's like a little sandwich of light purple, medium purple, and dark purple. What was my condition on this Nintendo 3DS Purple Edition?
This was a fair 3DS.
Fair? Why is this fair? Okay, so something got this hinge a little bit, but it clicks fine. This bottom screen is actually not that scratched. Normally, when it came to both the DS as well as the 3DS, as soon as you pull out your little stylus and start using it, it scuffs these little screens up so quickly. Sorry, let me activate my 3D display and make my eyes hurt. Whoa! I'm 3D boy. That's my name.
I wonder if that dented home button contributed to its condition.
Maybe, yeah, because I will say I'm not really seeing a lot of reason why this is anything less. Good, it's scuffed, but it's, again, I like the fact that it seems like back market leaned toward being conservative when it comes to the ratings, because I'd be tempted to call this good, not fair. Do you want to set up your parental controls of the online? No, I don't, because Nintendo took it away from me. Okay, I'm gonna open up Me Maker's because I listen to music. What is this? That's not the me music I was expecting. For some reason, we only keep Hey Pikmin in the office. I feel like we should get some more 3DS games. Man, you know what I want to do right now? I want to play some Pokemon in 3DS. And with that, for this fair condition, original 3DS, how much do we pay from back market?
$190.
Good start. Okay, so the 3DS, like a fine wine, has appreciated over the years, because this was $170 10 years ago. As a certified investment doctor, I'm qualified to tell you, buy 3DSs. We're going straight to the moon. So what can we say about back market? If we ignore the scam PC, which they should do something about, everything else has been really solid. I mean, the devices have been pretty much without exception correctly labeled when it came to the condition. If not, a lot of them were actually a little conservative. Some of them I think could have been bumped up a tier. They have only gotten better over the last year. Back market is pretty much as good as it gets right now when it comes to a general refurbished marketplace. They have relatively decent pricing, they have pretty good quality control, and importantly, they also have pretty good policies when it comes to returns, warranties, all that kind of stuff. And also, the battery and the camera's running out, so bye.
Bye. Cut.
Okay,